if you want to make six figures in tech, it really depends on you. How do you get ready for the A+ certification? All right, real easy, man. You buy my course. So you sign up for my memberships where I got all those wonderful slideshows. But real talk, you go out there and you find a curriculum, whether it's courses, online courses that I offer or somebody else offers, or you go get you a book, or you go freaking sign up for a tech college community. I don't care what you do. Whatever you do is totally dependent upon what you can afford to do. But you go sign up for a course of some sorts or a book or whatever, and you start reading that stuff. You start going through those lectures. You get those pens, papers, highlighters, write notes down. You find you some online labs if you don't have equipment just lying around to play with, and you get busy out in these streets, man. That's how you get prepared for the A+ cert. You got to sit down and actually start learning the information and then trying to apply the information so that you can pass the certification. There is no magical solution to this to where I'd be like, here's Tech G's course. You watch a couple videos, go to sleep, and wake up and you're magically A+ certified. That's not how any of this works. You got to crack them books open, watch them slideshows, them video presentations, whatever it is that you're doing, and get busy. This is how this works, man. Do you think it's a bad idea to start with cybersecurity instead of A+? All right, so this is like one of those little trick questions here, somewhat, sort of. Well, then again, no, it's not. So let me go ahead and give you my answer, and I said trick question because depending upon who you ask and who you talk to, the answers could be wildly different. But since you're on the Tech G channel, let me give you the Tech G answer. You need to go get your A+ certification. That's what you need to do. You need to understand what the hell a computer is and how it works. That's what that cert's there for you to do. Then I highly encourage you to go get your Network Plus certification so that you can learn how do these computers communicate and talk to each other, which allows for us to enjoy the internet. Then you need to go get your Security Plus cert so you can learn basic security concepts about threats to the computer, threats to personnel, threats to networks, how to, do some basic stuff to secure this stuff. And then you need to go out there and get a job. Right? You need to go get you a job. Now, you can go get a job in between A+ and Network Plus, but you need to get them 3 certs and go get a job. And then you need to start working in IT. And then you want to transition into a cybersecurity role. That's my advice to you, because when you do the transition the way that I teach it, you should have a very solid understanding of how all of these underlying technologies work. How does the hacker even get into the network in the first damn place? Like, what is the hacker attacking, and how did this person get in there? You should have a somewhat solid foundational understanding of how all this stuff works that allow for your transition into a cybersecurity role be somewhat smoother. Now, understand, cybersecurity is an umbrella term. Not everybody is a penetration tester. Not everybody is out here doing red team, blue team, all that other stuff. You got what are called cybersecurity paper pushers, where these are people, they don't necessarily need like a super strong understanding of how a computer works, because all they're doing is writing up cybersecurity type of policies all day. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that companies are in compliance with whatever state and federal regulations that they have to be in compliance with in terms of securing data and all that other stuff. So it really depends. But the way that I preach and teach this thing, I'm teaching people, go get A+, Net Plus, Security Plus, get a job, then transition to a cybersecurity role. That's how Tech G does it. It says, I'm taking free classes for computers at my community college, and it's great. I'm doing Net Plus, and I'm taking Security Plus in January. Shout out to Justin. Get it done, Justin. Get it done. I believe in you. You can do it. Anton's alive. Shout out to Anton for being alive. Listen, we're glad you're alive, Anton. I would hate for your name to be Anton's dead. I would be like, oh, how the hell are you up here? Shout out to you for being alive. He says, yeah, it sucks, but in IT, it takes a couple of years to get the big bucks. Certs or not, just got to keep grinding. Yeah, it could take a couple years. Depends on what lane in tech you want to go. But the easiest path, which is the path I teach, I'm biased to this, the easiest path, it might take you a couple years. And what's a couple years? I always tell people 3 to 5 years, realistically, you can be cracking 6 figures working in tech. Come in the way that I teach people how to get into it. 5 to 10 years if you're dragging your feet, just being lazy. But within 3 to 5 years, it's extremely realistic to where you could be breaking 6 figures, or if you're not making 6 six figures. Let's just say you're working a job and you're only making $40,000 a year right now. You're working at the meat plant, or whatever plant is in your city or whatever, right? You're only making 40,000, and then you learn IT. 3 years, your salary don't went up to $75,000, $80,000. I don't think that's a bad thing, considering in 3 years you don't doubled your income learning IT. You haven't cracked six figures, but you're making twice the money you were making working at the pencil sharpening factory, right? Because at the pencil sharpening factory, how long would it take for you to make six figures at that factory? You might work there 20, 30 years and never make six figures. Or in IT, you can get there in about 3 to 5 years. If you decide to put a plan together and know what you want to do and get busy with it, you can do it. No excuses. Facts. It's hard to make six figures in tech, but it can be done. I don't think so, man. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I'm not going to say it's hard. It's somewhere in the middle. And I think that's really dependent upon what you want to do in tech and how specialized you want to get. If you want to be, because I was talking to a dude about a month or two ago, I was on some YouTube panel. There was a dude on the panel who was trying to flex on somebody else, where he was talking about, I've been in tech for 16 years. I know everything. Now, he wasn't talking to me. Right. He was talking to somebody else who had been in tech for like 8 years. He was trying to basically say, I've been in the industry for 8 years longer than you, and I know more about tech. Then I had to come up there and slap the big joker on him. I was like, I've been doing it for 20 years. So does that make me a more of an expert than you? But anyways, this dude, he got on the panel and he admitted he works in an IT support specialist role. And so I was like, wait a second. I was like, how long did you say you worked at tech? He's like, yeah, I've been in for 16 years. I'm like, so you're an IT support specialist? He was like, yeah. I'm like, wait a second. What? Like, why are you still doing entry-level work at 16 years? Like, what happened here? Unless this person chose to do that, then, hey, that's one thing. But I didn't understand it. I was like, you've been in 16 years doing an entry-level IT job? Like, how is that even possible? And then you're up here trying to stunt on somebody else because you've been working in tech 8 years longer than them. But the person that had less time in the tech industry, which is funny. So the person that he was trying to flex on that only had about 8 to 10 years working in tech, this person was making almost $200,000 a year in his position. But this guy over here, 16 years as an IT support specialist, is basically trying to stunt on somebody that makes 3-4 times his income or whatever the case may be. It was the weirdest crap. But anyways, I say all this to say, if you want to make six figures in tech, it really depends on you. What you want to do in tech, how specialized you want to get, and how serious you are about getting into tech, because it can be done. And it's not going to take you 16 years to do it unless you choose to put yourself in these positions to where you don't advance because you're comfortable. Then, hey, do what you do, rock out, keep it pushing. But if you want to make six figures, man, the only hard part about it is, can you dedicate yourself to learning the information you need to learn to put yourself in a position to possibly get looked at for a six-figure salary? Can you do that? Can you log off the YouTube and the Netflix and not watch the game on Sunday and dedicate a couple hours towards learning this stuff? If you can do that, you can possibly get six figures. But the problem is, it's hard to put Netflix down. It's hard to put Instagram down, especially every other picture is a half-naked woman who's twerking. It's hard to put that stuff down, right? But if you can find a way to do that, you might be able to get to six figures, man.